there everyone, welcome back and Happy New Year. I'm going to take you along with me on my dining room makeover that I started before Thanksgiving, and unfortunately I'm still not finished yet, so this will be a two-parter. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on the reveal in part 2. But let me show you what I've gotten accomplished so far. I'm going to start off with the wall above my fireplace in my dining room. And this might be controversial, but I am not liking the wood slats above the fireplace. I don't want to get rid of it completely and tear it out, so I'm just going to cover it up with some drywall. Luckily, the wood was already framed out with some 1x2s. But unfortunately, the wall is longer than the piece of drywall. So I do have to cut 2 pieces of drywall. So I cut this 1x3 board that I had to put in the middle of my wall so that way I could attach the 2 pieces of drywall in the middle there to that piece of wood and everything would be even. So I went ahead and cut that 1x3 down to size, and then I am just screwing it into the wood slats so that way it's stable, and again everything is even for that drywall to attach. Next, I just needed to measure my wall in length so that way I could cut each piece of my drywall to the right size so that way they fit nicely and met in the middle of that wall. So I just went out in my garage and I measured my piece of drywall, and then I used a level and a X-Acto knife, and then I just scored down the back of that drywall so that way I could bend it and snap it where I scored it. And then I came around to the front where the paper is, and then that way I could just take my X-Acto knife and run it right down that paper and it would just pop right off. Now this is me figuring out that I should have measured the height of my drywall as well, because it doesn't fit perfectly. So I went ahead and measured, and then I cut the height of the drywall down. Just did it the same way. I measured it out, and then I used my level and made a straight edge, and then used the X-Acto knife to just run it across there to score it, and then snapped it and then cut it off on the other side, and that worked perfectly to give me a straight, even edge. All right, now this is attempt number 2 of me putting the drywall up, and you would think I would have gotten it by now, but I did not measure correctly because the ceiling is uneven. So I had to take it down, remeasure, and here's attempt number 3. Oh, still didn't get it. Nope. So I had to take it down, and let's try another time. This time I took my jacket off because I was getting a little warm, and unfortunately it still did not fit. Attempt number 5. The 5th attempt was the final straw, and it finally fit like a glove. I slid it right past those lights, and it stayed up and worked perfectly. Now I was able to go ahead and screw in the drywall to that 1x3 and then also the 1x2 frame around the wood paneling. And then the second piece of drywall was so much easier to cut. I only had to do that once, and I got it up there, and then again just screwed it in to that 1x3 and the frame around the wood paneling as well. Next, I just covered up all of the seams and holes with some drywall compound. I used some drywall tape over the middle seam there to make everything smooth and even it out as best as I could. I am definitely not a drywall expert, so I just did the best job that I could. And I did a few light coats of the drywall compound and sanded in between each coat to make sure everything was smooth and I didn't have any bumps or anything like that. So everything was just sanded down evenly, and once that was done, I came back with some drywall paint and primer just to seal everything, prime everything before the actual colored paint goes over top of this. So I just did that first, and then actually I'm gonna move on to the adjoining wall with this fireplace and do that before I come back and finish above the fireplace. Now the wall next to my fireplace and behind my table, I wanted it to be a little bit more of a focal wall, but I also still wanted it to be subtle. So I went ahead and put up some picture molding, which I have in my living room already, so it kind of tied in with the rest of my house. Now I already did an in-depth tutorial on picture molding that was in my living room on my channel, so I'm not gonna go through that in this video, but if you do want a tutorial, you can check out my video by clicking the link in the upper right hand corner of this video, and that will take you to that DIY. This picture molding is super easy to put up. It only took me a day to do it. I did this and I did over the fireplace as well, which you'll see here in a minute. I think the hardest part is just planning out how many boxes you want and how intricate you want it. So mine was just simple, and as long as you use a level and some miter shears, you'll be good to go. I just used some fast dry caulking to caulk all of the edges so that way I could also paint in the same day. This caulk dries in 20 minutes. It's really easy to put on. You just want to make sure that you get it in all of the gaps and cracks and the corners and everything, so that way everything looks more professional. And back to the fireplace, I wanted that wall to tie in with the other wall, so I went ahead and did one big box of picture molding there. So for the opposite wall of my fireplace, I have my coffee bar, and I wanted to give that a quick makeover just by painting it with the same color as my cabinets. And then I also got this peel and stick wallpaper from Amazon, so I went ahead and switched that up, and I think that just makes the area way more lighter and brighter and prettier. And then lastly, for today, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rug. And I love this rug, but it definitely has seen better days. So went ahead and rolled it up, and you can see my doodles are helping, and I'm not sure what they found underneath the rug and what my one dog is eating. I am just witnessing that right now. I did not notice that as I was filming, but he's okay. So whatever it wasn't anything serious, I guess. I went ahead and replaced the old rug with this new one from Amazon. It is a plaid rug with like green and beige and white tones to it. I think it brightens up the area. Well, that is it. I'm loving how this dining room is turning out. I still have a lot of work ahead of me though. It is not complete yet. I still want to tile in front of the fireplace. I'm thinking about painting the bricks, maybe like a taupey beige color. And then above the fireplace, I want to do a vintage plate wall and change out those light fixtures. Also the doorway, I would love to do some sort of antique vintage door there, maybe with some stained glass. And now that I'm looking at the cabinets, maybe I should paint those the same color if I paint the fireplace, like a taupey beige color. So I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know down in the comments below. And I hope you look forward to a part 2. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.